This is Chang at the fair, and right now I have with me Anurag and Josh. Hey guys, good to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
Could you introduce yourselves for us today?
All right. My name is Anurag Mitra. I'm from India. I live in Matthew's house. I'm in the class of 2023, and I'm planning to concentrate in either electrical engineering or computer science.
Very cool.
And I'm Josh, also from class of 2023, planning to concentrate in CS, and I also live in Matthew's home.
Excellent. Let's take a look at your final project.
This is an Android app which we developed, which helps you keep track of how much pollution you cause to the entire environment. So this is just an account, and I'm just going to sign up for that. So I'm just going to put in my name, Cambridge, email is anu@gmail.com, and my username I'm just going to save it as Anurag, and password is also Anurag. So if I sign up, it shows a brief description of the app itself and how it works.
Okay.
So I'm just going to skip that. Okay, got it. And here you can enter your username and password. So my saved username was Anurag, and my password is Anurag too. So I'm just going to log in. So here it shows the tips and tricks for the app, and we have developed a carbon root score, which kind of gamifies the app a little bit. So a base score of 100 is when you neither contribute to the earth in a constructive manner, nor do you destroy the environment.
Okay.
And this just helps you how you can improve your score.
So if I do a lot of good things for the environment, I'll get a higher score.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great.
And so here we have 4 buttons basically. The World at Stake button gives you a list of fun facts, like 4 random facts about air pollution and global pollution as a whole. And the cool thing about this is that when you return to the home screen and you go back to it again, the facts refresh every time.
Okay.
So there are new facts every time. And I think Josh can explain how you're doing, and can you help maybe?
Okay, so for how you doing, this is going to show basically your contribution to the environment in 3 different components, if you will: transit, plastic waste, and air quality. Right now they're currently all zeros because we did not input any data into it, so how about we do that right now? So if we were to do that, we'd have to add our stats. So say we did something like we went from Davis Square to Harvard Square.
This uses Google Maps API, so Google Maps does all the calculation for us, the distance and stuff.
And also, as you see here, you can see that there is did you use your vehicle today? So this is going to become much more specific. So this is now, did you use public transport today?
Okay.
So if, say, I didn't use anything, then I would just continue onwards. And then, did I walk today? If I didn't, just continue onwards, but it's also the same concept of doing so. If I did cycle, so say I did from Mount
Portland, Maine.
Yeah,
Let's come from Portland, Maine.
Yeah, Portland, Maine to Boston, MA.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Let's see how many points we get for that.
Yeah. But before that, we're going to also account for our plastic waste. So now, if you use, per se, 1 500 milliliter bottle and, let's say, 2 1-liter bottles, and then here we use like the amount of plastic bags. Say I use like 3 plastic bags, and then after inputting this, you can see that our score here, since we walked so much, became 268.
So it's way above the 100 mark which you want to be at. So you contributed to the environment positively just because of the fact that you didn't use a personal vehicle or a public transportation method, because that would have polluted the environment a lot. And we have tangible facts for that if you go into how you're doing. So here you can see the amount of pollution.
Oh, okay.
It would have so you went from Davis Square to Harvard Square, right? So that's this level of pollution. There's 441 kgs of particulate matter, and this we generally don't know this, that we harm the environment in such short trips. But this gives a more tangible representation of how you can affect the environment.
Got it.
This gives us 66 grams of plastic which you used in the form of plastic bottles and bags. And here you can see how you can affect the air quality. Just because of the fact that the trip was so short from Harvard Square to Davis Square, you didn't contribute to air quality that much, so it remains a constant at 33, which is a norm for
Got
Cambridge.
it.
And the nice thing about this is that for people who don't necessarily want to look at all these numbers, you can also have a look at these pictures, which represent, like for here, it's like approximately, it's closer to zero amount per minute in terms of the amount of pollution that you did compared to a factory. And here it says that based on the amount of plastic which we used was quite a bit, you were responsible or accountable for harming approximately 108 specimens of marine life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is really detailed. Looks like you two put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
It seems like there's some data sources you must have used for these calculations.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of it came from looking online, through researching, and looking through articles of how scientists are, for example, like the AQI formula, and also with the transit and like sort of the proportions between using a personal vehicle against using public transit and so forth.
Very cool. And did anything in particular motivate you two for like an environmental app, or?
I mean, we constantly ask the question of how one can make a difference. So this answers the question in two ways. The first way is how you contribute to pollution, how you contribute to the global pollution, and another way is how you can help the environment. So it provides two ways of how you can answer the question. And that's what motivated us, because there's no source of tangible information of how you contribute to the global environment, global pollution. That's what we try to get at.
Very inspiring. I commend you for your
Thank you so much.
Yeah, your noble efforts. I also hear from my colleagues that you two are involved with CS50 in other ways, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, CS50 is a tradition on its own. It's like a lifestyle, and we thoroughly love this tradition around CS50, like the CS50 lunches, the CS50 hackathons, and I mean, it was more than a class for us, to be honest.
Yeah, I got to really give a shout out to Ramon and Valerie for those CS50 luncheons. They really gave us some good times there. And yeah, just like you said, CS50 was not just a class, it was just so much more, and I really appreciate the experience I had with it.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Have you been to multiple lunches?
For me, I've been to every one.
He's been telling me about the 3 lunches which I didn't go to and how much I regret it after he told me that.
Wow. Well, glad you're taking advantage of all the resources here.
Yeah,
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.